Something strange and remarkable is happening with a lot of the folks that I talk to who are selling on Vendor Central. So, in other words, Amazon buys wholesale from them. They place a purchase order and they get that order and then they ship product en masse to Amazon, and then Amazon does what it will with the product. It sells it out and then they reorder again sometime. This model is really a classic wholesale model. It's the model of a classic retailer. But Amazon, pioneering as it is, many years ago introduced the third-party seller ecosystem. They allowed sellers to directly sign up on the platform and compete with their first-party offerings. And in the theme of strange and remarkable, in his 2018 shareholder letter, Jeff Bezos wrote the following. To our share owners, something strange and remarkable has happened over the last 20 years. Take a look at these numbers. And then he proceeds to reveal what is an up and to the right chart of the units sold on the platform. Now, this is a growing share of units sold by third-party sellers, those using Seller Central, hopping in and taking control of their brand on Amazon. And this is really interesting because whereas in Vendor Central you sort of have to wait for a purchase order to come in Seller Central you don't have the guaranteed purchase order. What you have instead is the ability to list all of your products, all of your SKUs, all of them, and then run advertising to increase the sales on those SKUs directly to shoppers, right? So is there more risk in it? Not necessarily, because Amazon is selling to those same shoppers, right? So the appetite is there either way. The reason a lot of folks are moving to Seller Central is because you just get to control your own destiny. You're not sitting waiting on your hands for the purchase order. So that is really the difference between the two platforms. You can run ads on Vendor as well to sort of accelerate when the next purchase order is coming, but there's not a direct correlation between ad dollars in and revenue out sometimes. Sometimes the purchase order may not increase, but you're spending more on ads. But with the larger brands, what I encourage you to do is just put a few SKUs that you're not getting purchase orders for on Vendor, just put them on Seller. All right? No harm, no foul, because they're not doing well on Vendor anyways. And you can sort of get a taste of what it means to run ads to those products, to fill the inventory, to get the sales. Seller Central, I will say, is more labor intensive in that way. Like, it's not just getting a purchase order and you sort of wash your hands of it. It's very much operating a business like it was an eBay store or an Etsy store or something along those lines, right? So that is one thing to consider on that side. But if you need help with the Seller Central operations and with running ads in Seller Central, that's literally all I've been doing for the last 7-8 years. We've built a team of over 30 people to focus just on that problem, which is, in other words, scaling third-party Amazon businesses. But if anything, I've made a study of what 6-figure sellers are doing wrong that 7- and 8-figure sellers get absolutely right. It's available at asteroidx.com/action-plan. It's asteroidx.com/action-plan. Totally free, over 40 pages with templates, tools, protocols, just the things that you need to scale up on Seller Central. And again, just try a few SKUs. No harm, no foul. Thanks very much, and see you in the next one.